work out as he stopped at the 13. Start on the ground with Bluff Bothwell.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Taylor wants to throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Coming in hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Makes a move. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love celebrating that 3rd down stop, forcing the punt team on the field, but there's nothing worse than when your punt team coughs the ball up and you give it right back to them, and now I got to come right back on the field. Man, it's demoralizing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Taking a shot on the first play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The run inside. It's Lacy. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your ski.
Maybe some room here. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He unleashes a long one. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The offense changing the play. Third down play from the gun. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the left side. And he's dragged down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot. Third down, if people are covered.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Taylor wants to throw. This time he's got his man.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Got his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Here comes the heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That first punt was a beauty. Did take another one just like it. He'll field the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. Turning it on. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll start on the ground with Bluff Bothwell. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got a man. It's Cotton. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the Golden Egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other, there's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, but more like a rugby ball, so everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll give it to Fluff. There's some room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Rebels offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. Past the 30. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Taylor wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stepping to the right. Fires left. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Off play action on first down. The throw. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
And now this offense will take the field again. Running right, it's Bothwell. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes...
And the ball's free in the backfield. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? I don't know. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Got enough for the first. All kinds of room to the right. The 30. The 20. The 10. To the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Taylor wants to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Cunningham.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside. It's Lacy. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench. Fumbles in the end zone to lose it. Legs being hiked. Coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Got the back over the middle. Oh, what a cut! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
To the air on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Soft spot in the middle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Taylor wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Snags it inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be?
Kill. 949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar.
The run inside. It's Lacy. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He might want another play. They'll go to the air on second and short. That's caught. It's Gill. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Kicks it out of the air. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Fires on the move. Makes a connection. Runs through a man. He might have space. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with South Alabama going up against Appalachian State.
He'll bring it out. It's Cook. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at half. There he goes! Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They go right back to him. Powers through the defender. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Hunt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lacy. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Buys a little extra time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's a give to Bothwell. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Taylor wants to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the defense was expecting that one, guys. You saw 2 defenders around the intended target to the perimeter of the field. Nice job anticipating where the quarterback was going.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Here's a little room there. The 50, the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The Hottie Toddies are full-throated right now as Ole Miss builds takes the lead.
They got the momentum going. The offense is clicking. You see that a lot of times with Ole Miss. Big rivalry game against Mississippi State. Can they respond, Palmer?
And Ole Miss, you know, is one of those teams you just blink and all of a sudden they're blowing you out. That's been the case here today. The Bulldogs got to find a way to slow them down.
And the extra point is good. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff, left Bothwell. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Back has it. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last two possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Taylor wants to throw. Going long. He's got it along the sideline. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You've got to continue to be aggressive.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
Here's a gift to Bothwell.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Still on his feet did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Final play of the quarter coming. Taylor wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
The Bulldogs will have it first and 10. Bluff Bothwell again.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Taylor wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Pressure coming. Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's hard to run defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Clef Bothwell. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Clef Bothwell again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Swan. Got his man. Snags it, and he's open. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on 3rd down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play doesn't feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Rebels offense is back on the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown levels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Swan. Escapes the pressure to his right. On the run, fires downfield. Finds space on the right. Lots of running room. They're able to ride him down, but not before he has flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play, and now they are set up coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Fluff Bothwell again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn.
And, guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Right down the middle. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? But you got two great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.